Most entrepreneurs do not fail because their strategy is bad. It's more like we'll fail because we keep changing the strategy. We keep changing the offer. We're rebuilding funnels, creating funnels, tearing down funnels. We're jumping platforms. And then we sit there and we twiddle our thumbs and we wonder why nothing is really working the way that we want it to work. So I just found out about something called the rule of five. So I'm going to break that down for you because it really might be like the only strategy you need. But I'm telling you, implementing it when you are multi-passionate, multi-dimensional, all these things, it's going to hurt a little bit. It's going to hurt. Okay, so here's essentially what's like happening on the back end. We'll have multiple offers, half-built funnels because we have squirrel brain and shiny object syndrome. And then we're so spread thin across all these platforms because somebody told you that you had to be omnipresent. So you're trying to post on Instagram, but then you're also trying to post on the YouTubes, but then you're thinking about starting TikTok, but then you also want to make sure that you're doing a Substack, and it just, okay, you feel that energy, and at the same time, you're putting out all of that energy, all of that effort, and it feels like nothing is really working. You might have some results. Okay, we're not gonna say like nothing is working. You've got a little trickle going on, which is great, but it's not what you were expecting, and it's not what you thought it was going to be, because you thought that if you did more and you were so omnipresent and everywhere, that like the people were going to come beating down your door. They didn't. Your energy is simply split in too many directions. And this was a hard one for me to swallow. This one was not sticking with the thing long enough for it to work. And if we're gonna keep it 100, like a lot of this really does come from, I think, a lack of trust, because the moment that your shit ain't popping off, your brain starts to spiral. Maybe this isn't the thing. Maybe I need a better offer. Maybe I should try a different platform. My people aren't on this platform. Newsflash, in 2026, damn near everybody is damn near everywhere. Can we just keep it 100? But as a result, you pivot, and then you pivot again, and then you pivot again, and then you pivot again. And every time that you're doing that, you are setting your momentum back to zero. I have a mentor right now who I know would watch this video and be like, told your ass. I told your ass. And so very simply, this is where the rule of five comes in. Now, I learned this from Maria Wendt. And so I'm not going to give you like the full strategy, because I don't know what is something that she took from something that she learned and what is like, like her own teachings. I just want to be respectful here. Anyways, the rule of five, it's simple, but it requires discipline. Now, the rule of five says that we focus on 5 things. Somebody wanted her mama. Okay, now don't be oinking all in the microphone, girl. Don't be oink all. You so petty. So the first rule, focus on one type of person that you're going to serve. Just one. Rule number 2, one core problem you're going to be known for solving. Rule 3, one front end offer. Rule 4, one funnel. Rule 5, one traffic source, one platform. That's it. Not 5 offers, not 5 different platforms, not 11 different directions, just one of each. And this is why I said it was going to hurt. This is literally why I said this is going to hurt, and this is going to require the discipline. Okay. You so petty. You so petty. Okay, so for my rule of 5, one person. So essentially online entrepreneurs, creators, digital entrepreneurs, service providers who essentially want YouTube to become a real business asset. Rule number 2 for me, one problem. These people do not have a simple strategic YouTube ecosystem that helps them to become visible, consistent, trusted, and sales ready. Rule number 3, one offer. That's going to be my YouTube Glowup challenge. Now, I'm doing the live version starting May the 1st, and I will highly suggest that you come join us now for the live version. But once that is done and wrapped up, that's going to be like the front end offer. It's going to be so juicy, so delicious. I have it mapped out. Oh my gosh. Then rule number 4, one funnel. That's going to include order bump, upsells, and then some additional things that, again, I'm not going to spill all the secrets, but essentially at least a traditional funnel. And then rule number 5, like one traffic source, and that's obviously going to continue to be YouTube. I have been doing a YouTube video every day for like the past like 80 something days. I lost count at this point, but the goal was to do 100 in 100 days. And so I'm like, you know what? Let's keep going. Like, let's continue to focus on this platform. Let's continue to work towards mastery on this platform. And I was wondering why I was feeling a little off about wanting to jump into Instagram. And I think that maybe this was it. Like, splitting myself and my energy and just having to then like learn how to be strategic on that platform. Like, no, like let's just stay where we're at and continue to learn here and master this platform first. Now, the way Maria was teaching it to us is also like you have your rule of five, you know, right? The 5 things, and then like work that platform for a year, but also work your rule of 5 until you get to your first million. So it's not a forever thing. And it makes perfect sense why I've had several mentors in the past that have all been 7-figure earners that have essentially said like one thing, one thing, one thing. And I'm so hard-headed. I know myself. I'm hard-headed and I'm rebellious. And so I'm like, one thing, why did I do one thing? Who said that I had to do one thing? Like, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with like questioning the status quo and like trying something new and trying something different. That's called innovation, right? But with the things that I have been dealing with on the back end, I'm like, okay, I'm in the process of making some changes, and I'm not going to spill too much, but containers that I have are going to be shifting. They're going to be changing. I'm modifying things, and I feel really good about the direction that I'm going to implementing this like rule of 5 to keep things a little more simple, a little more streamlined. And I'm really excited to see how it goes. Now, of course, the hard part is going to be, and I think this is the hard part for like everybody, is that you really have to stick with it. Like you have to see it through. You cannot just wobble. Now, I'm not talking about not making pivots and everything like that. I've been pivoting left and right, and I've been documenting this entire process. I'm going to be so happy, like in the future, like in years when I look back and I see that I documented like everything that I have going on. Oh my gosh, what a blessing to the world. But nonetheless, like I'm going to do this for like 2 weeks. I'm going to do this until I get bored. Oh my gosh. The way that we can create drama in our businesses because we get bored. I had a mentor who would say like, a boring business is a great business. Like that means it's working. Leave it the fuck alone. Okay. But we're going to work it long enough for it to compound. Okay. Because when you stop switching and doing this and doing that, like your messaging gets clearer. Your content, it gets stronger. It gets better. You learn how to pitch your shit better. I mean, think about it. If you are consistently pitching the same one product, you start finding new ways to pitch it. You start pitching it from different angles and this and that, and you start to figure out what works. But if you just pitched it like a handful of times, you're like, well, it doesn't work, and then you just pop up with a whole new offer and a whole new product and this and that, and it's like, honey, you know. And I'm talking from so much experience, so there is no judgment and no shame coming from me. Also, when you stick to the one thing, your audience starts to recognize you for the thing. Now, I already have a reputation for being like the YouTube girl. So I do have that to play off of, and I'm really grateful for that. I've been doing this work for like a decade, so that's cool. And you work it long enough to figure out how to get your funnel to convert. Because I've said this before in like other videos, like there's a buyer for every price point. Like your people are out there. You got to get in front of your people. It's like you just expect everybody to just want to be your buyer. And that's not always the case. You will have people in your audience who don't buy from you. And like you have to like be okay with like recognize that. There are people that I follow that I never bought from and I don't really see myself buying from, you know, like I've watched Alex Hermanzi. I don't have any of his books and I'm probably not going to buy any of his books. And there's no shade to him. I just don't feel like I need them, you know? And I'm too much of a self-absorbed diva to sit on any of, you know, his live streams that are, you know, 8 hours long or however long. I mean, shout out to him. He did the damn thing. But I wouldn't attend it, okay? Kiana Lachey wasn't going to be in attendance for that party, honey. I'm sorry. So anyways, if you feel like your business isn't working the way that you want it to right now, I really just need you to kind of ask yourself, where am I splitting my energy? Where am I doing too damn much instead of committing to maybe one thing? And do you actually have like an ecosystem for your business? The reason why implementing this rule of 5 is going to be so easy for me is because I have everything that I need, right? I'm sitting on multiple 6 figures worth of assets, realistically. And so if I just stopped hiding them behind like a basic like membership paywall and actually use what I have strategically and build out the funnel, I'm going to make way, way more. I'm going to make way more. And I deserve to have that, first of all. And when I'm able to have more, then I'm able to serve better. And my clients deserve that. They deserve to have a coach whose cup is filled and overrunneth, so I can show up as the absolute best version of myself for them. So if you're ready to actually like lock in your strategy, or at least start to build your strategy and your ecosystem, because we're going to be doing that, and building a YouTube channel that can bring in clients and sales, that is exactly what I help you do inside of my world. But it starts here. So if you choose to pick your 5, or at least some of your 5, commit, and also join the YouTube Glowup challenge, so I can get you into shape so that we can get you started on YouTube and get you consistent on YouTube without it taking countless hours to do everything from recording your video, editing your video, all the things. I've got you. So of course, I'm going to see you inside of the challenge.